So the price went down by 21 ticks. So that's negative 21. Tick value is 12 and a half. We have 8 contracts and we have short position. So we make $2,100. It seems to have stayed there. Actually, this didn't update yet. Let's update it. Oh, what happened to 73.05 now? So let's call it 31, but I'm not going to change that. And that 2,100 is going to be immediately deposited to our margin account. If it's above the minimum margin, you can actually withdraw it and do whatever you want. If you had lost money, that money would have been taken out from our margin account. When it's below a level called maintenance level, you actually get a margin call. In the old days, you literally get a phone call from your bank that says, you need to deposit some money. These days, you get a notification on your app. Or, your computer knows when there's going to be a margin call. It immediately deposits money if you want to keep the position. But important thing is, I made 2,100. What happened to my natural position? I mean, it was 107.30 when I started this whole thing. Now it's 106.86. My natural position lost money. Obviously, the difference is not 1-to-1, but close enough. And these things are not aligned anyway. Right now it's down 15.45 ticks. The futures market, that's also down about, actually almost 60 ticks from where we started, I think. $765, $731, about 31 ticks. But key thing is, I lost money. The value of my 1 million euro net position went down, and I made some money from the futures market to compensate that. On a day-to-day basis, correlation may not be that high, but over longer periods of time, they're going to be typically very close. So how long I'm going to keep this position? And I kind of have 2 dates. One date is the expiration date, and the other date is the date on which the size of my natural position is going to change. Let's go back to our timeline. Turns out it's pretty much similar. When December 17 arrives, I am going to receive exactly 1 million euro. Okay? From that point on, what is the size of my position, natural position, as of the morning of December 18th? Do I have a position in euro? If it is, what's the size? Nothing, because I am due to pay 5 million euros, but I'm going to also receive 5 million euros. So at that point, I have no longer a need to hedge myself. So that means as soon as I do this, I need to close my position, right? Ideally, you would change your position, or you would change the contract about a week before the expiration date of the near contract that has some volume. But you're just gonna close that position, and all the accumulated losses or gains are gonna be given to you on the futures market on a daily basis. The difference on the spot is you're gonna realize your loss or gain on that day. It's only the timing of those change. So you're hedged. Okay. So on December 17th, close your 8 shorts December 2023 euro contracts. As of that day, your natural position is neutral. Let's get the next date. On January 30th, I am going to receive 2 million euros, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I am going to pay 2 million euros. Once I do that, do I have a position? Let me see some varied voices. Do I have a need to manage my risk as of morning of January 31st? Anyone other than Max? Basically, at that point, I expect to get $5 million, and I expect to pay $3 million, not dollars, I'm sorry, euros. So obviously, I'm long 2 million euros now. So as of the morning of January 31st, I need to establish what kind of position in the futures market, long or short. Short, my business position is long, so I need to be short on the futures. How many contracts? It's 2 million euros long, my business position. Contract size is 1/8 of a billion, so it's 16 contracts. On January 31st, actually, as soon as I paid 2 million, I need to establish 16 short contracts on March 2023-2024 euro contracts, assuming that contract is going to be the so-called near contract. The way you define near contract is somewhat fluid. It's the nearest contract that has quite a bit of liquidity. So if that contract is February, you use the February contract. Because typically, you always have a contract on the end of the quarter months. You always have March, June, September, December contracts. But you also have a contract for the first quarter. So on January 30th, we would have a February and March contracts. If there's more volume in the February, use the February one. Then you're gonna go ahead and roll it over. Again, same deal there. Once you have the contract, until you have a need to change it, you just leave it there. You either make money or lose money, and that goes through your margin account. And on the next day, which is May 20th, I'm sorry, March 12th. March contract expires after that. I'm not gonna write it here, but third Wednesday is 20th, so it expires on 18th of March. Again, on 12th of March, I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do with my position. As of 12th of March, what's my position? As of the morning of March 13th, I'm sorry. What's my position? Do I expect to get money or pay money after that date? If you are to get money, you are what? Long or short? Huh? Long. If on net you're gonna pay, you're short. That's where the name comes from. You're short euros. You need to get them somewhere and pay it. Long as you have too much. So I'm long. How many contracts I should be shorting? Because if my business position is long, I need to short on the futures market. 40. Okay. So on March 12th, as soon as I pay that $3 million, I'm short 16 contracts. I need to be short 40 contracts. So I could do either add an additional 24 contracts of the March, because it doesn't expire until March 18th, or close that one and open up 40 contracts of June.